Right, next one we're going to do a Battement Tendu, which is another most important thing in a classical ballet. I would say two things. If you execute them perfectly, you're set for your career as a classical dancer. Now, Battement Tendu is we're going to do in fifth position. It's very important that when you're standing in a fifth position, you are standing on both legs, not on the front leg, not on the back leg. So you actually, your weight is distributed on the both legs. Same thing with the arm, and same thing with the left arm, what we talked about in plie. Left leg has to open. I'm not saying push. You have to open by rotating your muscles, and your knee has to be looking to the wall. When you rotate, of course, the right side wants to close. The right side has to open as well too. So that's the position. Sometimes it's actually good to stand for a couple minutes to let those muscles to get used to, because this is the position you're going to be dancing. It has to be natural for you. So when you're dancing, it's not like, oh my God, I cannot stand in the fifth position. So it's very important that you're standing in fifth position. Then we're going to do, again, preparation. Arm is going to go E1, E head goes 2, again tilts, E opens to the second position. Head, we're going to keep it to the side, okay? Then Battement Tendu is going to go brushing that heel forward, and she's going to stretch. Very important that you actually, on a supporting leg, you're standing 90 degrees from the floor. So you're not here, and you're not too much here. You're standing exactly 90 degrees. Now, you have to feel your left side is actually rotating and the right hip stays back. Now, see, I'm pushing the right hip back, her right shoulder goes back too. So the right shoulder has to stay with her right hip, okay? So we're gonna go from this Battement Tendu, very important that you keep it. She's gonna go to half toe, and we're going to go close and bring it fifth position. Now, do you see how she just bent her right knee? It's very important that you do not bend that right knee. Now, well, how do you do that? It's very important when you bring the leg in, you don't pull the leg, but you collect the legs. So the legs are actually going under you. So we're going to do it one more time, and I'm going to help her a little bit. So you're going to go Battement Tendu E1, E, she's going to pull, and close fifth position. So she actually pull up on the left leg when the leg closes into the fifth position. One more time, E goes 1, keep that shoulder, E, pull, bump. Now, very important, I'm going to switch to this side, that when she actually closes that leg, so she goes to Battement Tendu, and then she goes through the half toe, she puts the heel immediately and then brushes. You don't want to go Battement Tendu going from here and then put the heel when you arrive in fifth position. Why? Because you're going to keep that hip and you're going to bend that knee. Yeah? So you want to put that heel down so it aligns with your supporting leg faster, and then you close into the nice fifth position. Very important, when you do Tendu front, your heel guides you forward, okay? And then when you close, your toes are guiding you back into the fifth position. All right, next one is Battement Tendu to the side. So it's kind of same thing what I explained, Battement Tendu forward. We're going to execute it to the side. So arms already in the second position. Only thing is the head shifts to the center. So you look straight, you know, as well, like en face. So the leg, we're going to actually brush with the heel. It's going to get right in front of your other heel. We're going to go half toe, and then we're going to stretch that toe really, really hard. Okay? Very important that you keep your leg in front of your heel, not this way or in the back, but right in front of it, covering your leg. Very important as well, too, that you don't go this way. Now, again, that's the rotation has to happen from your hip. And again, if you don't have that, I strongly recommend doing the stretch classes in our courses that actually will use those muscles for you to use it. I'm telling you, it takes months and months and months really execute this. So I recommend from the age of 5, you should start doing those exercises. Well, if you're not 5, but parents are watching this, is to execute those exercises. And by the time they're 9, 10 years old, and that's when their level 1 starts, they actually already know which muscles to use, okay? So then we're going to go from here, we're going to go half toe. Doesn't matter if you close front or back, okay? You still have to go through the first position and then brush it to the back. And we're going to go to the front. You still have to go through first position, close it to the front. You do not want to do Battement Tendu, close it this way or that way. That's incorrect, okay? So you want to go Tendu and go through the first and close back. So ideally it's the same concept. Let's move this way. Is when you go Battement Tendu, you can go Tendu to the side, E1, that you keep those hips aligned. So you don't want to go shorten that and then keep the hip up. So you want to keep that hips. That's why I recommend having a belt. So when you look at the mirror, you align your hips properly, and then you have those toes really stretching it. So you want to push it as much as possible with your arch, not the toes. Okay, and you have to feel that Achilles really stretching it. Then we're going to go through the half toe and close into the position. It's really difficult for her. First of all, she has a little bit hyperextended legs, so it's really hard for her. That's why she really needs to pull up on her left leg in order to close that position. It's the internal muscles. We don't use the thighs. Yeah, we use inside muscles to really execute that position. Now, same thing, you're going to execute this in a demi-plie. So we're going to go demi-plie 1, head to the side, E goes Tendu 1. Remember, keep those hips, E close, E to the side, head goes facing en face, E head shifts, don't drop the elbow, head, E close, E opens to the side, E close. You're going to have a really hard time with that. Now, a lot of people are going to say, like, well, Arsen, you cannot really learn through the videos how to properly execute Battement Tendu. Relax for a second. That's correct. But you actually can understand when you watch this how actually have to be executed. So you get a knowledge in your head when your teacher tells you, you know what to do. Because sometimes to do that, you need a private, yeah? You need a lot of privates for a teacher to really break it down for you how to execute those things. So for you, by watching it, you're actually understanding, and then you're using in your class and then implementing that when your teacher gives you correction, you're like, oh yes, I know how to do this thing. I know how to hold my arm. Now, be very careful because for Vaganova training, or you're doing the Balanchine dancing, or well, it's a little bit different. So you need to kind of find, I'm sure because you sign up and you're watching this video, because you like the Vaganova style and you like the this type of style of dancing, and that's why you want to learn that way.